my house?
You can be a country. You can be the United States.
Oh, I could be, okay, good. Because I don't want to be one of those, like, oh, I'm a Huffle stupid thing. Which one is, like, the stupidest sound? I think Hufflepuff? Yeah, they sound stupid as heck. Now, I read the second book.
Yeah, his fourth grade teacher
it.
made him read the second book, not the first book.
Yep, she was not very nice to me.
It's not usually this slow. It's just that my computer's been really bad recently.
Okay, this experience is about as good as reading the second book.
Alright, so we're starting with the first book. Albus Dumbledore.
I think you should just go from memory.
So basically, in the first book, it starts with Harry being a baby, and basically what happens is that Voldemort, the evil guy, he tries to kill Harry's mother and father, which he does, but...
Did he try to kill the baby?
Mm-hmm.
So what if he was just, trying to kill baby Hitler?
But it was Harry.
But he could have been Hitler one day. He was from the future. He was trying to kill baby Hitler.
That's crazy. Why are you trying to defend Voldemort?
Well, I don't know who he is. I don't know what his...
He has no nose.
Oh, we're back.
Voldemort tried to kill Harry, but it didn't work because of his mother's love for him. That's essentially the reason. And he got a scar, the lightning bolt scar. So now his parents are dead, so he's brought to his cousin's home, which they're a bunch of muggles, which is, normal people. And
is that a slur?
Yeah, it's kind of a slur, but...
Really, I can't believe you would say a slur.
You gonna shoot it? You're way too close to the keeper, man.
I don't know what that means.
You're trying to get the ball into the hoop, blocking.
Why don't I have the ball right now?
Because the keeper got the ball, and that's on the other team. So he was brought to the Muggles' home, which was his cousins and uncle and aunt's house, mother's sister or something. And they don't want him to know that he's a wizard. So he's punished for things that could be like weird things that happen, which he doesn't know is from him being a wizard. And yeah. So then one day there's a letter comes, and the uncle and aunt are trying to hide these letters, but Harry's like, these letters are for me, like I want to know what's in these letters. And then eventually they try to leave, they're leaving the house and like going to a remote place to try to avoid these letters. And so they force Harry to go away, even though he doesn't want to go away. And then eventually hundreds of letters go into this remote place, and this guy, Hagrid, comes out and says, "You're a wizard, Harry." And then...
Oh, that's the thing they said.
Yeah, that's the thing they said. And he's like, "It's time for you to go to wizard school." So he goes shopping for wizard stuff. That's the opponents. Come on, you gotta stop that.
What? I thought they passed it to me.
Maybe just be the keeper. Or you could try to be the seeker, but that's not good. You're trying to save the goal. You're the goalie. So you would stay by the thing. But yeah, okay, so he buys the wizard stuff, and then he gets worried that he'll get into Slytherin, which is the bad house that Voldemort was in. But
why would they just ban the house?
Well, I don't know. It's weird. And then, so then Harry, and Hermione, Ron and Hermione get into Gryffindor, the house. Because this Ron Weasley. He's,
stupid name.
Oh, you gotta block the shot.
How?
Oh, you did it.
I did it?
Yeah, you just have to stay on the path of the ball. It's kind of crazy. You're like trying to draw them hoops so they can move faster. Anyway, So they all get in the same house because this is like, it's a boarding school essentially. So they all sleep together because they're in the same house. Well, not Hermione. Quidditch, which is what you're playing right now, is introduced when Harry was in like broomstick practices. Because you're flying on a broom. He flew a broom when he wasn't supposed to, but he caught a ball. And then the professor was impressed. So like, you should join the Quidditch team. And yeah, so he was the seeker, which you could switch to that role, is to find you try to find the snitch. I mean, in this game, it just gives you points, but in the book, it just ends the game and you essentially win because you don't have the points to snitch.
That is a stupid mechanic.
Yeah, it's stupid, but you're not going to be able to catch it until the meter goes all the way up.
Why?
Because it'd be too easy otherwise. So he becomes the seeker on the Quidditch team, even though he's like a freshman, and there's 7 years in wizard school, not 4. Now we got to get to the actual plot of the first book. This troll, and the troll is like parading because they went into, I forget exactly how this happened, but Harry was hiding and he went into an area you're not really supposed to go to, and there was a troll that he let loose into the school. And oh, you caught the snitch. Good job. All right.
Do I win?
No.
What the freak?
Not in this game. Just 30 points. And now snitch.
This is not accurate to the lore.
You can be back to the. You can go back to the secret if you want to.
Wait, am I not that right now?
Yeah, now because the snitch like doesn't. It's not always there. So he lets his troll loose, and it goes. This troll goes into like this girl's bathroom. So Harry has to go in the girl's bathroom to save his friend Hermione.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling is bad.
And then they like kill the troll or something. Well, I think they just like make the troll go away. And then, but because of this, they discovered this area called the Chamber of Secrets. And
is that the name of one of the books? I thought it was like the sorcerer.
That's a different one. So yeah,
I read one of them.
And
or no, I read the one that was like fire.
So yeah, they discover this Chamber of Secrets. It's known to like, it's not like it's a secret. It's just a secret from the students. And
so they have a room called the Chamber of Secrets, which is secret.
But not to the professionals. So basically, I don't remember exactly the thing about. There's this thing of this fire thing happens with Snape, but I don't remember exactly how that aligns with the rest of the plot. But anyway,
is Snape a snake?
No, Snape is the potions teacher, and yeah, he essentially had. You don't know this in the first book, but he essentially had a crush on Harry's mom, and Harry's dad bullied him, so he doesn't like Harry because of that reason, and they call him like the chosen one, so he doesn't like that. Watch out for blood.
No.
And okay, so we'll skip the parts that I don't remember exactly how it works, but eventually he goes into the Chamber of Secrets because of some reason. And you won the game, congrats. And they have to do all these. They have to do all these tasks to get to the actual. Oh, that's why, right? Okay, so Voldemort possessed someone else because he wants to go to the Chamber of Secrets to try to steal what's in it. And basically, what's in it is a thing that allows you to live forever, so immortality.
Oh, I want that too.
And so
maybe
they go into the Chamber of Secrets. They have to do all these tasks, and then USA wins. That's me, by the way.
Wow. It really looks like you.
Thank you. So they do all these tasks, they get to the Chamber of Secrets, and Voldemort's there, and now they're fighting for this immortality thing. And basically, they get the immortality thing because they are the ones who truly deserve it. It was something like that.
So Harry Potter's immortal?
No, because what happened was, they're like, we can't let this get to the hands of evil, even though it can't really get to the hands of evil by design. But so they're like, we'll get rid of this thing. There are people that are immortal. They're like, we're gonna give up our immortality. Nobody deserves immortality, and they destroy it. And so it's gone forever. It's like, yay, happy ending. First book's over. Now we get to the second book, which I need to remember the title of.
Harry Potter the 2.
Right. That's Chamber of Secrets. Don't fully remember Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, I'll look at it a bit. You gotta know what it is.
So tell me, do you think that the Navy SEALs could defeat Harry Potter in a 1v1?
We put this on Reddit, but they removed it.
Yeah, I got banned on r/Harry Potter because I asked that question.
I think Harry Potter.
Now, by the way, specifically, it is the Navy SEALs, the team that killed Osama bin Laden.
Oh, you're the bludger person now?
I don't know what that means.
That means you're trying to destroy other players. So you can summon the bludger, and you can throw it at other players to like kill them. So yeah, the R2.
Loser.
That's what people were doing to you when you were on the
that
secret.
makes sense. You never answered the question.
I said he could beat the Navy SEAL.
You think Harry Potter could beat the Navy SEAls?
He would.
I don't know.
Mystery challenge for each one. Well,
the Navy SEAls can absolutely just kick Harry Potter's butt.
Oh, right. Okay. So, yeah, the Chamber of Secrets, I don't really remember this one. It's not as important to the last part of the plot. But anyway, basically, there's this book that Voldemort made the kids, these random school children write. That's like it's writes scary stuff, and then they go into the Chamber of Secrets, and then they stop him from possessing people and writing stuff in this book. And
so his evil plan was to write fan fictions?
It's more than that. But yeah, I don't really remember much of this book. But then the third one it's definitely a good one.
My dastard plot is to have these little kids write fan fictions on Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's not what it is. Good things happen in the second book. The third one's called The Prisoner of Azkaban. And basically what happens is Harry hears about this guy who's in Azkaban, which is Wizard Jail. And it's this guy that actually turns out to be related to him, and they like.
What kind of smooth is that? Watch this. Hit a gritty? Oh yeah, that's the gritty, by the way. I forget the song from Fortnite.
Oh yeah, you could be the singer though.
Yeah.
You just gotta look at the top one. Alright, so this guy turns out to relate to him. And Voldemort, one of Voldemort's like close people, like, because there's people that like, you know, are with Voldemort, or like, let's be evil together. One of them possesses, well, they use a potion to become one of the teachers that is new to the school. And the real teacher is like in jail and stuff. So Harry like sort of discovers that guy's evil, and they go back in time with Hermione. Has a back in time like bracelet she got because she's such a nerd that she took like 16 classes in like 1 year. So then she had that thing that she could go back in time to be multiple places at once. So yeah, they use that thing.
What a loser.
Yeah, they use that thing to go back in time, and then I feel like I'm getting this mixed up with the other one. But anyway, they go back in time and they save this bird that they fly on to eventually save the guy who's in Azkaban, which I can't remember his name right now. It's Harry Potter. And then that's what they're called.
Dude, who would have such an awful name?
I don't know, man. They said they made that name. And they saved the guy who I can't remember his name. And yeah, so that's like Harry Potter's new friend. How exciting!
He's friends with the prisoner?
Well, he wasn't. He was wrongfully put in prison. And he's also related to the guy.
Just like me.
Oh yeah, but the guy went back to prison. He like escaped prison and then wait, did he? No. He escaped prison and then he went away into the distance. Oh yeah, by the way, do you know about them sending mail through owls?
I think so.
Because it is kind of weird. Like they have all these wizard towers and then they just send
Can
stuff
they not do
through
like
owls.
telepathy or something? They can't just send.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Well, telepathy kind of doesn't make sense if it's that far away, but
no, I think it does.
So yeah, it was the 90s. It was in the 90s. So
look, if you could do it with Wi-Fi, like you could do it with anything else.
It was in the 90s, so obviously no phones, but the owls doesn't really make sense. But
wait, what time in the night?
I don't know.
Is it older than Sonic the Hedgehog?
I don't know.
1991, Sonic was made?
Can you unlock your phone again? So yeah, the next one is the Goblet of Fire. So
that's the one I read, I think.
No, it's not the second book. That's not the second book.
It's not the second one I read then. I guess
You
I read
read Chamber of Secrets.
Okay, I'll believe you.
So yeah, the next one's the Goblet of Fire. So yeah, this one gets more lore about the Quidditch. There is a Quidditch World Cup, which I forget which book that is.
Like I feel like this game is like if there was baseball, but then if a chicken ran on the field and you caught it, you just instantly won. Like
how is this like baseball though? Baseball you have like
okay, fine. It's like soccer, but if there's a chicken on the field, like I just use baseball as an example. If a chicken ran on the field and you caught it and then you win, it's like that doesn't make any sense. It just undermines the rest of the game.
Yeah, this game doesn't really make sense. And yeah, she's like her way of explaining it. J.K. Rowling was like, but it takes so much teamwork to beat the team winning by just getting the snip. Which, by the way, like she definitely got pissed off at people saying it's stupid. So in like the Quidditch World Cup, which is just the World Cup of Quidditch, so that's why there's countries in this game. So in that, a team
Wait, are there like multiple schools, or is it just Hogwarts?
Yeah, there's multiple schools, but the Quidditch World Cup is country.
But don't you have to be a wizard to play this game?
Yeah, but in this universe, there's wizards in the that are like U.S. citizens.
Like so it's just like the normal world, like Earth, just there's a couple hidden wizard houses.
Right, it's not like visible to us muggles.
Stop saying slurs, Billy.
like how they get to Hogwarts is the platform 9 3/4, which is a real
USA.
So they go through like one of those like cinder block things, and like like you crash into there's none here, but basically you like crash into like a wooden beam, and then they go through that to a train station that takes them to Hogwarts, and it's not visible to other people. Anyway, Quidditch World Cup has the countries, and in that she made a team lose even though they caught the snitch because the other team scored so many of those 10 points of getting the goal. So she probably was getting mad at people for saying that as bad. But anyway, back to the Goblet of Fire. In the Goblet of Fire, there's this we get this is the story where we get lore about the other schools, and there's this competition called the Tri-Wizard Tournament. And wait, or is that the Quidditch thing? That's probably the Quidditch thing. But anyway, they have this competition. It might be what. Anyway, so have this competition and the Goblet of Fire decides who will be in this competition. And Harry Potter, well, you have to say that you want to be in it. Harry Potter didn't say he would want to be in it, and then he still was selected to be in this tournament. So, and he's too young.
That's a bunch of balloons.
Yeah, and he's too young for the tournament. So there's this thing that happens in the movie versus the book. In the book, Dumbledore, which is the headmaster, says to Harry, "Did you put your name into the Goblet of Fire?" But in the movie, and in the book he says calmly. But in the movie, he says, "Did you put your name into the Goblet of Fire?" And people say that as a joke. Because, it wasn't calm. But anyway, even though he was too young for the competition, Dumbledore was like, well, they want your name in it. So, they want you in this tournament, this Goblet of Fire. So, they put Harry in this tournament that he was supposed to be too young to do.
I'm gonna have to interrupt you for a second. I think you're a millennial.
Why?
Millennials like Harry Potter. Millennials like The Office. Millennials are adults. You're an adult.
Okay.
You're just a millennial at heart.
Alright.
What Gen Z person likes Harry Potter? Not me. It's not me. I know that for sure.
I could dox someone, but I know Gen Z people.
No, you don't. You only know millennials.
Nope.
Millennial isn't a time period. It's a way of being. That's what I think. And millennials, they're annoying. Not saying you are, but I don't like millennials.
Crazy.
They're full of themselves. They think the world revolves around them.
But yeah, anyway, in this final competition, oh yeah, by the way, all the competitions, even the wizards can't see what they're doing. So it's a very stupid tournament. You can't see what anyone's doing. You can only like cheer on. Like one of them, they go underwater, so the wizards can't see underwater. And then the last one, they're in a maze, so you can't see them in the maze. But anyway, they get him and this guy, Cedric Diggory. They are, but it's a fake like championship trophy, and instead Voldemort set it there to transport you to where he is, and he killed Cedric Diggory, and then him and Harry have this crazy wizard battle where they're shooting spells at each other, and eventually Harry survives against Voldemort. They both survive, but Voldemort is like he just doesn't get to kill him. He runs away before this.
I feel like Voldemort is just not a well-written villain.
Yeah, he basically can't win because of the power of friendship.
Like, if you think about Darth Vader, he basically wins every single time until he dies.
Right.
Like,
well, nobody really wins this fight. It's just that something happens at the end.
Like Harry Potter, he keeps on winning. He's so full of himself. And then
I think both of their wands break.
How old is Voldemort?
He's like 30. He's probably older than that, but
why can a 2-year-old be
he's
a
not
30-year-old?
He's not 2-year-old.
He is.
He's in middle school.
Oh, okay, so a 4-year-old.
A 4-year-old. Order the Phoenix. Don't really remember what happens in that. Damn, Cedric Diggory. That's the guy who dies.
That's the guy?
That's the guy who dies. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Half-Blood Prince, Order of the Phoenix. One of them, he goes to the wizard bank, which has Harry's
treasure.
treasure.
Do they have wizard taxes?
Yeah. And they go to this wizard bank.
Has anyone committed wizard tax evasion canonically?
I don't know. He gets his wizard treasure.
Seems like J.K. Rowling's not a good writer if you don't know that.
He gets his wizard treasure. Alright, so the final book, this is when they're preparing for battle. This is our version of World War III. Everybody knows this is the big year where people are gonna die. And there's this wedding that happens at the Weasley home. Ron Weasley's family. Him, Hermione, and Ron go on this adventure. They Ron leaves. That doesn't really matter that much. Something. Okay, so right, the Deathly Hallows. There's 3 symbols, right? The circle, the line, and a line in the triangle. The line represents a wand, which they're trying to find. The circle represents something for real, and the triangle also represents that. Because I don't remember. So they make some progress in trying to get the Deathly Hallows, which is the combination of all 3 of these things. They make some progress. They go back to the school. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to mention that Dumbledore was killed by Snape.
She was killed by the calculus teacher?
By the potion teacher, yeah.
Same thing.
How is that calculus? Wouldn't that be the chemistry teacher?
Think about this. That's like alchemy, right?
Yeah.
Calc?
Oh, it's 12:21.
Oh.
We should probably finish after this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, Snape killed Dumbledore, but he wasn't evil. He had to do it. I don't remember exactly why that was the case. Anyway, he goes back to the school.
That doesn't make any sense.
Dumbledore, and eventually the big fight happens. Like, Voldemort comes to the school. The security of the school is really not that good. And they have this big fight, and Harry, like, basically is on life support. And he could have chose death, but he doesn't do that. He, like, meets Dumbledore again. Dumbledore, like...
Well, like in the afterlife?
Yeah, in the afterlife. Dumbledore, like tells him what to do. And... Yeah, there's something about the wand. I don't remember what happened exactly with the wand. But eventually... But... Yeah, there's the Malfoy family pretends that Harry's dead. And then Harry becomes alive, and then kind of sneak attacks Voldemort, which doesn't kill Voldemort, but eventually he kills Voldemort. What a surprise! What a happy ending! He is the chosen one. You know, they said only one of them could live. He was the one who lives. Very good stuff. And yeah, that's Harry Potter, but I forgot half of the book because I haven't read it.
Isn't it like, I remember hearing something like Harry Potter had a son or something and he sucked.
That's the Bright Cursed Child. That's on Broadway. That's not a book. I watched it. It was okay, but Harry wasn't Harry.
What do you mean?
Like, Harry was the dad in the play, and he wasn't acting like Harry Potter. Like, it's like he didn't learn any of the lessons he learned in the play. It didn't make any sense.
USA! USA!
USA was not on the Quidditch.
Well, that's stupid. Maybe just J.K. Rowling hates Americans.
She's too British, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, sorry for all the Potterheads watching this. That's the video.
I have a conclusion. Harry Potter still sucks.